You is because the way they stand up like this. Come
Do
here.
it. Do it on here again.
You see how it's sticking up like that? Look at that, and look at how they're going back like magnetically towards each other. You see that? They're moving.
Oh shoot! Look at that! Oh my god! And then it's all going on there and it's sticking. It's like this stuff shot on here. Look at it. You see right there how it jumped straight to there. Look in this front part. It shot on there again. It was like bullets just shooting everywhere. So I did a search to ask, was this actually normal? And when I did that specific search into the AI, this is what it said. While wheatgrass and spirulina can contain iron naturally there is no magnetic properties of it unless this happens. And lastly, something that I hope that it wasn't, and I don't know, but it could be this. Later, we get into what specific type of nanotechnology it could be. But first, we gotta take this huge next step to know what's happening. All right, so this happened to me and my woman, and I basically couldn't really sleep much over it. I thought about it all night, and we're gonna do an experiment here with this product that came from Ross. And you need to do this experiment that I'm gonna do. This help all of us investigate, because we ate the stuff. And I'm giving all this information about how to do this, how to do that, and now I'm a guinea pig. And there's a couple scenarios that could have potentially happened, but we're gonna look at all of them, and then in our last part of our experiment, we're gonna actually see something that we haven't seen before. So phase 2, my first thing to do is to put it in water. After I put it in water, let's see what happens. I'm gonna try a magnet next to the water just to see what's gonna happen. But as you see this video right here, you see I'm pouring in the water, it's turning green, and I put the magnet up next to it. But as you look at this, you can tell that there's not much happening. In the original video in the beginning, you've seen it shooting towards it. And so phase 3 starts with this. What I saw following this, I knew was absolutely abnormal, because I've burned pine needles before, and I knew the burn time on that is less than 2 minutes. And then I've also burnt a lot of other things like leaves and sticks, branches, and the burn time was just not like this. The burn time on this actually was much longer, and it wasn't even burning, it was actually smoking. Check to see if any other side. And at first it appears that everything is going normal, it's going well, so what? I'm out there for 15, 20 minutes more, and I see this happening. So I dive deeper to investigate further into what would actually cause this to happen. And that led me down to, okay, so what is in here that would burn? Because normal metal is not going to burn like that. And it led me down the pathway to figure out that something like this was in here. And lipid nanoparticles are designed for targeted delivery to mRNA systems. And they're not the traditional nanoparticles. They resist heat. They also are specifically made for targeted biocarrier attacks. And the behavior of this stuff in the package that we saw sounds like what Bill Gates said here.
We can, we just need to mess around. There's a lot of lipid nanoparticles, and some are very self-assembling. There's no inherent reason it's not thermostable, it's not cheap, and it's not scalable. And so as over the 5 years, we fix that part of it, mature it, which is very typical, we'll be able to build factories worldwide.
And if that's the case, that inside of the food that happened instantly, I took Nation Iodine and I had to take colloidal, and my woman actually bought some black charcoal because that combines everything together actually to help my body detox and her body detox. So these are some protocols immediately I'm gonna have to take. And if you go back and watch, at one point I just lit it up for like 3 seconds. It instantly was already smoking. Like I didn't even have to light it that long. I started separating it so I could look at it and we could look at the contents of it. If anybody has a lab in the Arizona area, let me know, because I would love to take this to a lab, give another video update on this specifically. This stuff is literally a fire starter now. Abnormal as heck. Won't stop. I had to put this stuff out after 25 plus minutes. 8+ years I've been doing this research and coming up with all these different solutions. I put out the series called Stay Alive, and that was all about documented evidence from nurses, from law enforcement exposing stuff on the inside, people, real people having their stories coming out and saying what was in their body. We've seen magnetic glowing things. We've seen all types of weird things as this fog was passing through, a lot of different things happening. I just can't believe right now that I'm in the point where I'm one of the people, and I should be able to believe it, but it's just like when you actually personally go through something, you really get the traumatization that you didn't expect, I mean, like, nobody's immune to this though, and that's what this should teach us. Nobody's immune. You could be up there all day, teaching all the other stuff, and your butt can get got at any moment. But that's why we're having this investigative community that actually together we become more powerful with numbers. And all I had was a magnetic strip that goes on a refrigerator, and this worked for me. And sure, there's these other ones, but this one actually attracted it even more. You should take this. You should do this at home with any powder you have. How many of you get these powders and you think you're doing the right thing, and all of a sudden you've never tested it, but you thought you're seeing something weird? So if you think, listen to yourself, because my woman basically said in the first half she thought something was off, and then she later told me about it, and we did our own deep dive investigation. So everybody test their powders, come back here, tell me what you saw. Tell me what actually is happening inside of your own household. And this can actually bring us to a new day, because the world we live in, a lot of people are shut off to it and they don't want to listen. They want to be in their cognitive dissonance. They don't want to accept it. But the sooner we accept it, the better we can move forward with our own scientific experiment as a community, the better we can understand what we're eating. And we want our children not to be nanotech robot machines or whatever they're trying to make us hybrid into. Because the ancient DNA that we have is so powerful, they fear us that they need to control us by putting certain things on here. This is my personal experience about this. So this actual brand, I'm not calling them out in general, but I'm saying something is happening here. And if this was the one batch that had it, how many other batches has it? And how many chains across America is doing the exact same thing? There is some technology in here that's not lipid nano coated, which organic, it will show up with this and it will beep beep. Let's see. Stay tuned, subscribe for more, and click the video. They don't want you to see this.